Hey guys, what's up? This is Kong and today I'm gonna be doing a movie review, Thor Ragnarok. You have to go see this movie. That's all I gotta say about this movie. You have to go watch it for yourself with others. You will enjoy this movie. So, without further ado, let's talk about the pros and the cons and the rating, of course. There's so many pro about this movie. There's a lot of good things about this movie. There's a lot of funny things about this movie. So let's talk about it. The pro: Chris Hemsworth, Tim Hiddleston, Kate Blanchett, Jeff Goldblum, Tessa Thompson, Mark Ruffalo. Everybody in this cast did a wonderful job. They did their part. They were funny in one point or the other. They did their job. You know, they were perfect. They were not wasted. They did their part. They were part of the movie, part of the story. The funny the joke landed perfectly in the right timing. Chris Hemsworth did a wonderful job as Thor, and his jokes, his reaction are perfect. You could tell that he is good at comedy. He's also good at serious movie, good at action. So you don't really see that sort of actor who can be good at actions, comedy, seriousness. You don't really see those kind of actors who are able to kind of be in those roles. Kate Blanchett as Hela, she's superb. She's great as Hela. They should keep her as Hela as long as they can. I love her stories, her power, her look. She looked gorgeous. She looked really, 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 really sexy. She's really powerful. The makeup, the headrest, everything is beautiful. She did a wonderful job as Hela. Jack Goldblum as Grandmaster. I love his little pauses, his little quirk, his little demeanor. He does have a little he does have some not evilness, but some violence to it. Not violence, but he's kind of toward the what would you say, the mean or cruel spirit. He's still lighthearted. He's still kind of entertaining. You know, he's one of those characters you want to have fun. He want to have a good time, and he doesn't want anything to go bad. That sort of characters. I love his interaction with his second in command and Tessa Thompson, the way he reacts to Tessa when Tessa kind of, touches his face. He kind of almost giggled like a little girl, So it's like his acting was really great at Jeff Goldblum, at the Grandmaster. He did a really good job. It's believable. I buy it, I bought that he was the Grandmaster. I bought that he was that characters. Tessa Thompson, she was funny. She was sad. She was proud. She was powerful. She can kick ass. She has a sense of vulnerability. She can be scared. So she saw a whole range of emotion in such a short period. And I love the first scene when we get to see her. She's drunk and she falls over. And it's funny, it makes sense that not every character are perfect. And that's the thing about movie, is that not all characters are perfect. Not all of them. And that we need to shift our mindset that all these characters are perfect. No, they're not. They're flawed. They make mistakes. They're sad. They're basically human like us. And what I love about Tessa Thompson is her sequence fighting against Hela. That whole sequence is so I gotta say, it's so beautiful, so artful. So it's like painting. It's like a mural. It's like it should be. To me, it feels like the painting of the seventh, the 12th disciple, or the 16, or Michelangelo. Although it feels that it had that great painting, that great masterpiece, and I wish we got to see more of it. And even though we got to see a glimpse of it, it was powerful, it was beautiful, it was sweet, and it was so sad at the same time. And the color is so beautiful, so angelic, so light, so full of light and darkness as one sequence, all encapsulated in one scene. Is so beautiful. I love that scene. I would rewind that scene over and over because it's such like a painting. Painting that are frozen in time, that are captured so beautiful. It's one of those scenes that you don't really see a lot in Marvel. You see a lot of psychedelic like Stranger Things, but this is more on the artistic side of vision, almost a visionary side, or a beautiful, majestic. I would love to see more of that in Marvel. Maybe the next stage of days, because comic book is a form of arts, and I would love to see them maybe go down that route and take a more artistic, more cinematic, more emotion. I mean, it's getting there. It's action, so it's kind of hard, but still, that sequence is probably one of my favorite. This whole movie is my favorite, but that is my most favorite scene. It's just slow things down, and you get to see the reaction, the pieces fall and everything. It's great. I love Mark Ruffalo as Banner, of his interaction with Thor. And Thor's like, no, I don't like the green guy, but I like you because you're all sciencey, you know everything. And then Thor is kind of like stuck between two best friends, like he liked Hulk because he's powerful, he's strong, but he liked Banner because Banner is smart, he can really think, and he's like, I like both people, And truthfully, that's how we feel with a lot of friends. Unfortunately, we have friends that we enjoy, and there's some friends that we like more than others. But with Thor, he's like, I can't. He's in a pickle. He can't pick which one is his favorite. He liked, Banner and Hulk for their own different reason. And he's stuck at that. And I like to see him. He's like, yeah, don't put me in this position. I love Thor and Hulk fighting. It was good. It was well choreographed. It felt real. Felt like it was in the arena. It was great. You feel the gravity. Korg talking with Thor about his hammer. It was funny. His accent was hilarious. He's just funny. He's entertaining. He was great. Tom Hiddleston pretending to be Odin and being, having this play, watching this play. You got the cameo by Matt Damon, and I believe it's Thor's brother. It was beautifully done. It was almost they were making fun of themselves in a play. You see, it was like a joke upon a joke, if you get what I'm saying. Stan Lee had a cameo and cutting Thor's hair. That was funny. I think that was probably one of the more funnier Stan Lee cameo, other than Guardian of the Galaxy. I thought this one really captures Stan's personality, the way he look at life, and I think this really captures him. I love the way how Thor and Loki reacted to their father's death. It's like, this is their father, he just passed away. I love Thor and Doctor Strange. You know how Thor is drinking beer, and if he fills it, and then Doctor Strange keep changing, like places, and Thor was like, what the fuck going on? He just can't get a grasp of location. And I love the interaction with Loki and Doctor Strange, and Loki was like, you're like, who this cheap shot, and then Loki about to go after, and Doctor Strange like, nope, you guys are going, adios amigos. And that was great. It showed that Doctor Strange, he understands Loki. He know who kind of Loki is, and it was interesting that Doctor Strange was able to detect Loki when I guess he could, he felt the presence of Loki, and he transported Loki, or trapped Loki, and that was a really interesting thing. It's like, at this point, to me, it feels like Doctor Strange is pretty powerful at this point in time, So, what else? Thor and Loki intimate talk in the elevator. It's like, it show Thor's growth, growth in some way. He understands that his brother is not him, and his brother will always be the god of mischief. He always gonna do his own thing. He understands that. And then that is really true in reality. We all are our own people. We all have our own desire. We all have our own ambition. We all have our own goals. That is really true. And I love the Hulk and Thor intimate, their argue and their talk. And Thor is trying to convince Hulk to, like, come on, be in my gang, be part of this, bust out of here, save my people. And Hulk is like, no, I don't really want to go. I want to stay here. I'm the people champion. He's having the best time of his life. He's enjoying it. He's having fun, actually. He's having a good time. So you kind of get to see Hulk's growth, not in language, but in, as him as a person. He enjoys being loved. He's no different than human. He enjoys being loved. He enjoys being praised, being looking up. He want to have a good time. Don't we all want to have all of that? And Hulk is no difference from your average hero or your average people. He want to have a good time. He want to enjoy it. And I love Hulk's his 2-year-old. I don't like to say he's 2-year-old. I don't like his. I like his. His intelligence. He's like a little kid, but he's actually he's a smart little kid. And actually, when I say that, because I think Hulk is actually smarter than you really think he is, than we really give him credit for. Though he doesn't speak with language, he speaks with anger more, because action really conveys the result, so to speak. And I really like that conversation between Thor and Hulk, because it really shows them that they are buddy, and they do have argument, and that's kind of how people are in real life. We all have arguments, and sometimes we have to not make up, but we have to resolve our issues, And I want to say about the Hulk transformation, that was really violence, almost. It's like a new level of violence to me. It's like, whoa, okay. It's like Banner can instantly change to Hulk anytime he wants, because you look at the speed of transformation is quick. Korg with his M16, his toys, it was great. The first scene, it was beautiful. It was like, this is what I was expecting, So let's talk about the con. The con is, I'm being really nitpicky, guys. Really nitpicky, okay? About this movie. This movie is freaking great. It's probably one of the best movies I've seen so far. It's funny, it's hilarious, it's great, it's got action. It got all of that ingredient. The con, I'm just nitpicky. I'm just picking out the thing that I find really small, So let's talk about it. The con is that Odin's death, it didn't feel impactful. It didn't feel like his death was worth it. Odin he's one of the most powerful being in the Marvel world, or in the Marvel universe. He's pretty powerful. I mean, he's up there, and he died. It's just like, to me, I feel like I don't really get why he had to pass away or what was going on. The only conclusion I can really draw is that he's aging and he had have gone to that point. Okay, but still, there have to be some kind of explanation to his death or to his ending of his life of some sort. Doesn't really give us that information. It's not concrete, or in some way concrete, to me at least. It just felt not worth it, you know what I'm saying? It's fine in the movie. I'm just saying that it should have been better. One example I would think is that, let's say Odin survived, he lived in this movie, and they go fight Thanos, and Thanos take out Odin, and then Thor will have a better reason to fight Thanos. That would be a motivating factor, because Odin is the most powerful being, and Thanos took him out, and it gives Thor a better reason to do what he needs to do to save the universe and to gain new power. So speaking of power, Thor got his power, I guess you could say, upgraded or new power because his dad died. It felt kind of weak to me. It felt like he didn't really deserve it, to me at least. Great. I'm not bashing it that it's bad in the movie. I'm just saying that it's just not earned, not validated. You know what I'm saying? It's just, when you get a new power, or it's like when you play, let's give me an example. I'm gonna give you an example. So I play basketball. When you do a million practice shot, and you make them, you miss them every day. You miss them. You miss. And it got to a point where you perfected your shot and you make it every time. That is when you earned it. That is what I mean by Thor earning his power. He have to earn it by death or by working at it and to earn it. Okay? And also, Thor losing his eye, it just felt cheap. It just felt to me, it felt like it's not necessary that Thor should lose his eye like his father. It just, and even Hela even mentioned it. It's just not, I don't think it should have been there. It should have been there, but it's fine in the movie. I'm willing to let it go. I'm just nitpicking here again, guys. Scourge, after the first meeting with Scourge, he just kind of flatlined it, and then at the end he go all out with his M16, which I'm happy that he did. It was great. It's well deserved. That is what I'm talking about. Thor, it need to be deserved, and this was Scourge was well deserved, and he had a well deserved death. It was great, and that's how you should do it. Hela's fight was too quick. Taking out the Asgardian army. It's just, yes, I understand she's all powerful and great and all that stuff, but it was just too quick. I felt like it should be slow. It's quick, but it should be slow for us audience, just like that painting with Tessa Thompson. Paint us a picture. Paint us a painting of the fight. Let us remember who she was. Hela. They could have done that. Gave us another beautiful painting. And also, the one thing that doesn't bother me, but it's kind of like okay, that Hela is Thor and Loki's older sister's firstborn. It's like, okay, do you really need to make that connection? I don't think that you don't really need that. You could just make her as a pure villain. But I sort of understand how it sort of ties in the movie, how they made it in the movie. It just, okay, should have been maybe a little bit more. Because in the comic book, she's not Loki and Thor's sister. But I'm willing to just let it go because the pro really overweighed the con, and they made it work, sort of work. The big fight between Thor and the Hulk, I feel like it was not epic enough. It is a great fight, and they really go at it, but it felt not great because this is Thor and Hulk. They should be going at it, like, you know, really go at it, and they do, but it doesn't feel epic. Thor doesn't really give his all. He sort of does, and Hulk doesn't really give his all either. You know, he doesn't fall in the rage. It's just like, it's great, but it's not epic. You know, like the fight that you remember forever, you know, like Muhammad Ali fight, that you like, oh, this is like the moment, this is like the fight that you tell your grandkids about, you tell your grandkids about, like, this is the fight you gotta see, this is the Hulk and Thor fight you gotta see in this particular movie. That's what it should have been. But it's not that, wasn't that. So, I'm just being nitpicky. I just think that Thor's power, Thor shouldn't have that power. He should be even with Hulk, maybe slightly under, and he's just edging out. He's just barely making on top of Hulk. That would have been beautiful. You know what I'm saying? It's like in power level, I guess. Okay? And then Thor kind of like get angrier and maybe have that world madness, and then that kind of tip off Hulk, and you see the real savage side of the Hulk, and they both go at it, and they destroy the arenas and the structure and everything. That would have been an epic fight. That would have been the fight of the century, or the fight of the movies of all time, you know. And kind of maybe they don't even have to give us everything. They give a glimpse of this real savage Hulk in this movie, because I feel like this Hulk really is kind of depowered, kind of like the other movie, the Avenger 1 and 2. I feel like he isn't at that power level as he is in the comic book. In the comic book, he's stupid powerful. I mean, he's just stupid powerful. I mean, he's crazy powerful. And in this movie, I feel like they toned him down, his power level. And I feel like they also toned down Thor's power level too. It's just, they tone it down really. And that these two characters their power need to be beyond mortals. You know, because they are more than mortals. Thor's God and Hulk is Hulk. You see what I'm saying? Is that they should have go give it the best they can, like show us the real Savage Hulk and the real Thor in a real fight, and make them go at it. But overall, the fight was great for what it is. Maybe we get to see more in the future, and I hope we really do to see a range of Hulk. You know, Professor Hulk, Maestros, World War Hulk, a Grey Hulk. I'd love to see those characters because they are a speaking Hulk now. Because this movie, he is speaking. So I hope we get to see that in the future. A more intelligent, more vicious, more strategic Hulk. I would love to see that. And place him fighting against Thor. Now the Thor has to be more strategic fighting against a more intelligent, more vicious, more calculating Hulk. That would be an epic to fight. to see. Anyway, guys, this movie review is going on too long. I don't want to, have you guys, just turn this movie review off. So anyway, I want to thank you for your. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. I gotta give this movie a rating of 9 out of 10. A 9 out of 10. Because of all this little nitpicky thing, get it to the point. I'm being really picky, guys. 9 out of 10. It's a great movie. I highly recommend you go watch it. If you can't watch it at the IMAX, you will enjoy it in the IMAX. Just the grandiosity of things. It's one of those movies you have to watch in the IMAX. And you gotta have to buy it on the Blu-ray. I'm gonna buy it on Blu-ray because it's one of those movies it deserves to be on my shelves. Anyway, on that note, I want to thank you for your time and effort to watching my movie review of Thor Ragnarok. Again, guys, please like, thumbs up, subscribe, and browse my channel, guys. Really important. Browse my channel and subscribe. And anyway, take it, guys. Bye-bye.